Hey, thanks for clicking on my video and giving me a shot. I appreciate it very much. Today we are going to focus on another contact juggling isolation. What you're seeing right here is a one-handed orbital palm spin isolation. Isolations are when you use motion to create an illusion of stillness. Check out my 3 easy isolations tutorial here on my channel to know more about how to do that one. But it's just an example of what an isolation is what I'm getting across. Here's one isolation, and then we have this isolation too. It's the same principle. You're moving the ball around its center and keeping it in one spot, and maybe moving it just for a brief moment to make the isolation really kind of pop. When you have that dichotomy between no motion and motion, there's that kind of hypnosis involved with it, and this kind of excitement, this visual excitement to the eye that happens when you do that. So those are 2 isolations. Here's another example of an isolation. So isolations, more or less, once again, is when you use motion to create an illusion of stillness. But today we want to focus on an isolation that is simple to learn and good for the beginner to perform. And this one right here is also considered an isolation as well. I like to call this the grip, slip, twist isolation, mostly because we're gripping, we're slipping, and then we're twisting. Grip, slip, twist. It's like a tongue twister. Fun for you to try to say 10 times fast unless you've got other things to do with your time. Like maybe, for instance, you're trying to learn isolation videos on YouTube. So if you're trying to do that, you probably don't want to be practicing tongue twisters. You probably want to just... I'll get on with the lesson, but before we get there, I want to talk a little bit about safety. Safety is very important. So whenever you're practicing anything new, whether it's on my channel or anything else in general, you always want to take safety in consideration. Now, I know it's easy to say that and people kind of roll their eyes when I talk about safety, but I'm serious. These are made of acrylic or glass if you have a glass ball, and they can damage and break things like cell phone screens, keyboard, or your mouse, or your tablet, or hurt your favorite animal, your pet that might be lying at your feet because they want your attention while you're trying to contact juggle. So I'm not about to tell you what you should and should not do as far as protecting your own personal belongings go, but I will say this. A little bit of common sense and a little bit of foresight can go a long way in preventing any grief or regrets when it comes to practicing something with this thing that can destroy things that you love, like a glass table or a computer monitor. I can go on, but I'm not going to. The point is that it's up to you. Be responsible for your own actions. If anything bad happens, don't blame some guy on the internet that gave you fair warnings that you should take safety in consideration before you practice something. With all that being considered, let's go forward. I have to say the hardest thing about doing this isolation is the whole sideways gripping part, where we're holding it like an ice cream cone. You make a fist, you put the ball on top, and then you make another fist and put the other fist on top of that. The hardest thing about this is keeping enough pressure, pushing up and down with your fists so you can turn it sideways and not drop it. If you don't have enough pressure, the ball will fall on the ground and potentially hit that laptop or cell phone or tablet. So move all that stuff out of the way before we practice this. Accidents happen, and not because we want them to. They happen when we least expect them to. So the grip, slip, twist isolation can be summed up as easy as this. We want to put the ball on our fist just like this. Then we want to make another fist up on top. And we'll call this the grip position. Now we're going to twist on the side just like that. So now the next thing we want to do now that we're on the side is open up our hands and start slipping it and rolling it across our palms until we get to the opposite ends of both palms, and then close our fists once again into another grip position. Now that we're in this grip position, we want to do a twist technique. So we're going to go ahead and twist up to a vertical position, then keep going until we get to the other horizontal position. Now that we're in this position, we can go ahead and open up our hands once again and slip along the palms till we get to the other end of our fists, close our fists, and now that we're at another grip, we can twist. Twist all the way around. Try to keep that ball in one spot. It's going to hover around a little bit. Don't let it bother you. That's okay. That's what this practice is all about. We're learning together. So don't let a little motion bother you. You're trying to get the technique down, and once you get the technique down while practicing in front of a mirror, you can slowly work on keeping your isolations a little more crisp. But right now, let's focus on this grip. Open up into your slip, move across the palms until you get to the ends. Make those grips again with your fists, and now it's time to twist back the other direction. There you go. Just like this. And the isolation really is that simple. One of the best ways to perfect keeping your illusion just right is by practicing while looking in a mirror. But make sure you're far away enough from the mirror that you're not going to potentially drop it or damage the mirror, because these things can break glass, they can break mirrors. I've seen it happen. They can chip teeth. Keep them out of direct sunlight too. I probably should have said that earlier in the video. You don't want these just lying around, because they do act like magnifying glasses, and whatever surface they're sitting on, if the light comes in at the correct angle or the incorrect or the not good angle, it will burn whatever it's sitting on. So safety first. Keep in mind, you can get creative when it comes to contact juggling. The sky's the limit. Your creativity, have fun and play. That's the whole point of practice. It's to have fun with what you're learning. If you find yourself getting excited or frustrated when you're practicing this, or anything else for that matter, if you're trying to learn guitar or piano or drums or how to draw, if you get excited or frustrated, you might find that your body won't do exactly what you want it to do in the way you want it to do it because you're too excited or frustrated. It's going to affect your performance in one way or the other. And if it doesn't affect your performance one way or the other, it might affect your ability to apprehend and learn things. When I'm frustrated, I don't take in and retain information nearly as well as if I'm calm and relaxed. And if I'm excited and I'm having really fun time, I might not be learning or being as observant as I could be if I was calm and relaxed and having a good time. So the reason I say that is when it comes to learning new techniques and new isolations and whatnot, you might discover that something you're trying to learn might be a little too difficult for you, but you might also discover that you can do something. You can do something with it to keep that ball still. Even if it's just doing this, even if it's just moving it around, if you like doing that and that brings you joy, that's all that really matters. You can do a grip where you have both fists down and you can twist it around this way if you like. There's that sort of gripping technique. The point is that you should explore and have fun when learning these different techniques. This video is just a suggestion of what you can do with a slip, grip, and twist technique when it comes to isolations with a sphere. You can take any one of these techniques that I'm showing you and make it your own in different ways. For instance, you can do an isolation where you just move around the ball, keeping it in one spot, twisting it and floating it between your fingers just like that, and have it move somewhere else suddenly. Having that sudden movement when it comes to doing isolations can really make the isolation seem more realistic and offer a whole new level of excitement for the viewer. Just to sit there and have a ball floating in one area for more than 30 seconds kind of gets old for the viewer, so you have to spice things up with a little bit more movement sometimes. Anyways, folks, I hope this video was helpful for the beginners out there, or even more intermediate or even advanced contact jugglers out there. It's easy to forget that we can be creative and we can make things up and we can explore new things with being playful and having fun with it. There's no wrong way of doing art, in my opinion. Sure, there are some techniques that are arguable are not really techniques and they just look horrible and they're just not good to do at all. And that's fine, but the point is to discover what makes you happy as an artist and what you like performing. And maybe there's something you do that an audience appreciates it because you do it, and you do it in your own way that's different than anyone else does it. You never know. You have to explore and just have fun with it. I just feel it's all too easy to forget sometimes that flow arts are all about exploring and connecting with the prop that you're using in your own unique way. So I hope I gave you some encouragement, maybe some techniques that will hopefully expand your current skill set and inspire you to move on to learning new and more exciting things. And who knows, maybe even inventing your own techniques. Alright folks, that's where I leave you here today. Thanks very much for watching my video on the slip, grip, twist isolation for contact juggling spheres. I appreciate it. Please check out my playlist section to see what other content I post. I post a video every single day. You'll discover that I post a new circus and flow arts tutorial every single Sunday or sometimes on the Monday, depending on when they get the video done. But you'll also discover in my playlist section that I have a whole entire section devoted entirely to contact juggling and a number of other different playlists that organize my chaotic postings into different categories that make it easier for the viewers to find something that might pique their interest. I'm interested in way too many things and I post about way too many things, so once again, the best thing to do is just check out that playlist section to see if there's anything there that resonates with you. If not, I bid you adieu and I hope you the best of luck in your journey to find interesting things on the internet. There's plenty out there. You'll be fine. So once again, thanks very much for stopping by and watching my isolation tutorial video here on my YouTube channel. Please leave a comment below. Let me know what I can do in order to make better quality content for you. If you have any helpful suggestions, hints, tips, tricks, bonus points if you are a content creator, give me what you got. I'm trying to get better at this. I know I probably need some more cameras, more camera angles, and a better studio, but we're getting there eventually. I've talked too much, folks. I'll end this video the way I've been ending all of my videos lately with these words. Never give up. Do your best. Stay true to who you are. And be amazing. All you gotta do is just be yourself, try your best, and yeah, you'll be amazing. Trust me, I'm a stranger. All right, thanks for watching, folks. Have a beautiful night, whether you like it or not. Bye-bye.